guys, it's Christina the Walking Mama, and today I have for you Greek chicken quinoa salad. It's actually one of my husband's favorite recipes. We love the tanginess of it. You can make it a little bit more frugally by doing all the work yourself, or you can take some shortcuts and have it less effort for yourself. Both ways it turns out fantastic, and I'll talk you through some of those shortcuts as I'm going through the longer process. So let me show you what's involved, and then let's get to dinner. Alright, so for the ingredients I have about 1.5 pounds of chicken breast, and I already do have this marinating in the dressing. I went through and I sliced it lengthways so that when I grill them they won't be super thick and take forever to cook. Then I have just a giant bowl of romaine lettuce. We are not going to be using all of this. We just put the mixed salad on top of it. For the dressing you need dried dill, and this is actually from my garden. I dried it myself. Extra virgin olive oil, red wine vinegar, salt, this is pepper I ground, honey, oregano, and some lemon juice, which is in my refrigerator. And then for the actual salad part itself, you need quinoa, a red onion, a cucumber, some kalamata olives. I'm only going to use about half of this jar, about a cup of fresh parsley, about 8 ounces of grape tomatoes, and then feta cheese, and this is a 4-ounce container. I'm going to use all of this. So let me show you how we make the dressing first. So the first thing I did was I started the quinoa on the stove. I just cooked it according to package instructions. Now I am making the red wine vinaigrette for dressing. If you wanted to make this easier, you could definitely buy a store-bought vinaigrette or a Greek salad dressing. This is actually a double batch I'm making in the footage here. The recipe for the single batch will be listed in the description box. I did make a single batch of the dressing first thing this morning and put my chicken in it to grill later on. If you wanted to make this easier, you could buy pre-cooked chicken, either a whole rotisserie chicken and shred it up yourself, or you could do some pre-cooked diced or cubed chicken that you can get in the freezer or refrigerator sections. I do like making the dressing a little bit ahead so it has some time for the flavors to meld together. For the cucumber, I am slicing it in half, and then I'm going to take a spoon and scrape out the inside bits of all the seeds and membranes to help make the salad not soggy. Always remember to feed your toddler a cucumber when they ask for it. For the red onion, I want to make sure that I dice it up nice and fine, just because we are planning on eating it raw, so I want to make sure that I'm not going to bite into a giant hunk of onion. If I didn't have red onion at the time, I could totally use green onions instead. So for parsley, I definitely want to make sure that I chop it up nice and fine, again, because we're going to be eating it raw. And I don't have any footage of it here, but I did also take the kalamata olives and dice those up as well. And then for the tomatoes, I used the deli lid trick to slice them all in half, and then I ran my knife through them a couple more times just so that they would be nice and bite-sized. Here I am grilling that chicken breast that has been marinating in a single batch of dressing. A single batch is about 1/2 cup, so if you were using store-bought dressing and wanted to marinate, you could do that as well. After the chicken is all cooked, I let it cool for a little bit, and then I diced it into bite-sized pieces. Okay, so I have the biggest bowl I have, and I'm gonna pour all of my cooked quinoa in it. And it's cooled down a little bit, so it's not quite as hot, but there is still definitely some steam coming from it. And then I'm going to stir my dressing really well, and I'm going to use about half of it on the quinoa directly. And then the rest I'm going to save for when it's time to eat. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and mix this in together so that all of that quinoa gets the dressing. Alright, and then I'm going to add my veggies. So I have 1 cucumber that I seeded and diced. I have about a cup of parsley that I chopped up, about a cup of kalamata olives, 8 ounces of baby tomatoes that I chopped up into bite-sized pieces, and then a medium red onion that I diced up really fine because you don't want to bite into giant chunks of onion. I'm going to dump all of that in there. And then I'm going to take my grilled and diced up chicken, put that in there. And then I'm going to put most of this 4-ounce container of feta cheese in there, and I am going to try and break it up just a little bit so that there aren't giant chunks. And see how much I'm leaving, and that's so that I can have some to put on top at the end when we're ready to eat. Alright. I'm gonna give this a giant stir. We want to make sure everything gets mixed in together. Alright, and I'm gonna give it a taste to see if it needs any more dressing right now. Maybe just a touch more. Alright, now I'm going to take this and I'm going to cover it tightly with plastic wrap, and I'm going to put it in the fridge for at least an hour. It might end up being closer to 2 hours before we're ready for dinner, but it is ready to go. So as soon as I'm done, ready to eat, I'm going to take this out of the fridge, pour it on top of a big bed of lettuce, and with a little bit of that extra dressing, and that's dinner. Alright, and so here is my dinner for the night. I have the Greek chicken quinoa mixture on top of a giant bed of lettuce. I topped it with a little bit extra of the dressing that I made for the side, and then with a little bit of the extra feta cheese left over. So if you have any questions about this recipe, please let me know in the comments down below. And if you like videos like this, please give me a thumbs up so I'll know to keep making them. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.